Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Experience podcast. Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Experience, where we talk about all things Abu Dhabi real estate. I am Ben Crompton, and today we're doing our second in the series where Ms. Safinaz, the CEO of Tafweed Legal Consultancy, has very kindly agreed to come in and answer our legal questions. Welcome, Ms. Safinaz.
Welcome, Mr. Ben. I'm happy to be with you again.
Thank you. We're very happy to have you here. And today we're talking about the legal framework surrounding buying and selling in Abu Dhabi. So, first question. If someone signs an MOU and then tries to sell the property to someone else, can you force them to sell it to you or freeze the property?
Okay. This question is asked too much to us as well. If a valid MOU is signed, actually it creates a binding agreement. So if the seller tries to sell to someone else, the initial buyer can legally do the following steps. First of all, he has to make specific performance. What is specific performance and what's the reason of it? It's a procedure to force the seller to complete the original sale. Number two, compensation. You can ask for compensation for breaching the agreement. But this procedures is depending on the terms of the MOU that you are signed together. And if the property is already registered in the buyer's name, it's considered pre-registration, it might be possible to freeze the property to prevent the resale, often through a court order.
So you can stop the seller selling to another person by freezing it.
Yes. Yes.
And then additionally, you can make him sell it to you through specific performance.
Yes, and you as well can ask for compensation.
And compensation as well. Okay.
And we face these issues. Sometimes some people give you a MOU and give another one MOU, and he just increase the price, for example, 50,000 dirhams or something like this. Yeah. And both of us come to scream to us. He sell to me and he sell to me. MOU is considered an obligation. And some people sign this MOU and they just does not want to continue the procedures. Really? Even they finish all the process. They give the bonds check, they take the percentages, blah blah blah. And no, I don't want to pay it or to sell it or something like this. So you have to think well before signing the MOU, because when you sign the MOU, even if the government procedures does not finish yet, but this MOU is considered a contract. It's an agreement. You have to think well before signing. So after signing, you have to take out whatever will happen after that. You are responsible for this.
And what would happen if you signed an MOU to sell to person A, and then you sold to person B and you transferred? So the person B is the legal owner. What can person A do then? Presumably, he can't take the property from whoever it's been sold to. He can only get compensation from the seller.
But he already finished all the procedures to be 100%. He can take compensation. Yes. Okay. Whatever he lost as well, he can refund again. If he pay any amounts to any port, he can refund this amount, and as well he can ask for compensation.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, what if the seller hides major issues like a court case, unpaid service fees? Can you cancel the deal after you've taken legal ownership? Transfer.
Okay, if a seller hides a major issues, for example, court cases, unpaid fee service or something like this, and this issues affects the property value or usability, يعني not small things. If it's big thing that I cannot use this property for, or I cannot, for example, connect the internet or electricity or something like this. Okay, and these issues discovered after the transfer. يعني he does not tell me about these issues before the transformation or the transaction of this property. The buyer may have the ground for يعني in this case the buyer may have the ground to sue for damages. In several cases of fraud and as well, or misrepresentation as well. So you can file a case against him for these issues. Potentially seek to annual or resign the sale of agreement. So if it's big issues that cannot be solved, or issues that I cannot use my property because of these issues, you can file a case and you have to prove the damages or risks that you face with this property, and as well you can take your right from him.
Okay, that makes sense. What happens if a check bounces during a sale? Can someone actually go to jail for a bounce check in Abu Dhabi?
A bounce check used in property transaction can lead to criminal charges, actually, including the possibility of jail time, in addition to civil claims as well, for the outstanding amounts. So some bounce check is not only civil checks, or you cannot only go for civil cases. Yes, some cases or some bounce cases is considered a criminal as well.
Which ones are considered criminal? How can you know?
If he gives this checks of bad faith.
Okay.
Yes. Because
what would normally happen? Let's say if someone didn't want to complete the MOU. So then if they lost the case, then the check would be handed over to the innocent party, the 10% check. But then normally that check would bounce because they would take the money out of their account knowing that they would cash it. So in that case, you would obviously have a civil case against them for the bounced check. But then would you have criminal as well? I guess that's something that people worry about. They don't want to go to jail. Criminal
case is in specific conditions. Not all is criminal one, but يعني 90% is civil case for bounce check. But if you give this check in bad faith, okay, or مثلا, for example, you don't write the right signature of the bank, something like this. So you are intentionally want to prevent him to take this check or to take this amount. This consider like a criminal one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you've given a deposit check to your real estate agent, can they give it to the buyer or the seller to be cashed without your approval if, for example, they think you breached the MOU?
A reputable real estate agent should, hold the deposit check in a escrow account or a stakeholder, or as a stakeholder. Not cash it, not to hand it over without the approval and or the fulfillment of agreed upon condition for its release. So you cannot just determine yourself to give the bounce check to any party. You have to take them approval, or you have to make sure that both parties fulfillment of the conditions of the agreement totally.
But what if one party is saying, well, the other guy, he breached the agreement, give me his check?
You can't give. You can give if he you have to take the other party approval.
And if the other party does not approve, what then?
He has to go to the court. Yani he has to ask it and request it by the court. And if the court see that, yes, okay, he has the right to refund the check, it's okay. But it's your responsibility, this check. And lots of cases is already filed under this.
Yes, I know.
They just want to get back the bounce check. So what you will do if you give the check to someone and the other party ask you to give the check? What you will do? Nothing. It's drama, wallahi.
Yeah. And so if the real estate agent holds a check from both parties and one party wants their own check back, they say like, give me my check back. I want it back. What must the real estate agent do?
After signing the MOU,
after signing
every party is obligated to perform its terms and the conditions. So if you need to do something is not mentioned the MOU, you have to take the all parties written approval. Send him an email, take an approval, but you cannot come in the morning. No, I want my check, so you will call the other party, please give me my check, and he will give it to you. It's under your possess, and you are responsible for it. So you have to take, it's three parts, not one party. You cannot decide yourself. You are three parts in this. And you are considered as a holder. You are not part in this. If they fight together, you are not part. But to whom you will give? Maybe you give it to this will file against you. Or to give to this will file against you. So are you...
Yeah, the real estate agent is stuck.
Approval?
Between a rock and a hard place.
You need approval or court order. If the court said, okay, give, you will give. And you will give under the umbrella of the court. So you cannot hand it to him. No, you have to go to the execution court to hand it there, and he will convince that he took his check to be not responsible anymore for this.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. Can you sue a property agent for misrepresenting a property?
Yes, you can sue a real estate agent for misrepresenting a property if you can prove that. For example, they provided false or misleading information that influenced your decision to buy. He gave you misleading information. And after that, you discovered what they did to you. Yes. You suffer damages as a result for this. Real estate agents have a professional duty to provide, actually. Accurate information. The legal action could be based on breach of contract, negligence or fraud, depending on the nature of the misrepresentation, actually.
But the misrepresentation then must you need to show damages, right?
Yeah.
There's no point saying, selling you an apartment for 1 million and you say it's 3 beds, but it's only 2 beds, but it's still worth $1 million. You haven't suffered any damage, even though the real estate agent told you it was 3 bedrooms. And it's only 2 bedrooms.
No, it's damage. It's misleading and information.
But you didn't suffer any damage. You still paid the price of a 2-bedroom.
but it's false information. It's considered as well. For example, you give me. So
it's wrong.
It's happened. Okay, yeah. Some people go with you with a building. And they told you, this is your apartment, okay?
Yeah.
And it happens. We face it already.
Yeah.
And after 1 year, when you want to deliver your apartment back, they told you, no, it's not in this building. It's another building with another view, with another everything. Yes, this is misleading information.
But then presumably the one they're giving you is worth less than the one that you thought you were buying. So therefore, the damage is the difference between those two.
It's only the damages is not only a physical one.
Emotional?
Yes. Emotional.
How much are emotions worth in terms of damages?
It means a lot. Yes. If you give me a property, for example, or apartment with a lake view. And when you deliver it to me, I found a garden view. Yes, it's emotional damages and misleading information. Yes, it's considered.
So how much would you get for emotional damages?
Wallah, usually all the cases is both damages,
Yeah.
physical and emotional.
Okay, so how
And
much is the
if you
emotional
go
part?
if
Just
you go
interested.
to the court,
Yeah.
by the way, it's emotional damages. Yani it's drama for people to go
Well,
for
yes,
court.
it is horrible to go to court.
Even
That
if
is
the
true.
damages is not emotional. Yani lots of clients told me it's my first time in the court. I say okay.
Yeah. So, but seriously, so how much is emotional damage worth? How much can you claim for emotional damage?
100%.
But how much? How many dirhams?
I don't understand this. Excuse me.
Well, so if you're claiming for emotional damage, you have to say to the court, like, I suffered emotional damage. Give me
Compensation.
10,000, 50,000, 100,000, a million. How much?
How much they will give?
Yeah.
It depends on the case. Yani it depends on the case.
What's the most you've ever seen? Emotional damages.
Emotional damages. As I told you, going to the court is considered damages for people. As well, if the property is not the same that they imagine, it's considered as well. Yani, for example, he told you this room is 3.5 and you find it 3.3 or something like this.
Yeah.
You know,
That's emotional damage.
It's emotional and physical as well.
Yeah, okay. But how much? How many dirhams can I claim for emotional damage?
You cannot say how much for.
Okay, so what's the most you've ever seen?
Well, I don't remember. I'm sorry, Wallah, I don't remember.
Roughly. Give me a rough, because we know a case where someone sent a swear word to somebody else, and that person claimed for emotional damages, and he claimed 25,000 or something. Yeah, for receiving a swear word from somebody else. You know, so obviously, you know, you do claim emotional damages, but you know, how much do people claim? Like, how would you even know?
How they claim for?
Yeah.
People usually want to claim for 10 million dirhams, something
10
like
million.
this. Yeah, they said, go far. But we usually advise them, it's not going like this.
Yeah.
Yes, you are hardly damages. Okay, we can understand your emotion and everything.
Yeah.
But it's not going like this. Maybe 10,000 dirhams, maybe 20,000 dirhams, maybe 100, maybe 200.
Okay.
But
10 million, no.
But people, when they know that the maximum fees for the court is 40,000 dirhams, for example. Okay, go for 5 million dirhams.
Okay.
We go through before for 10 million dirhams, but not rental case. We go for 20 million dirhams, and we won 10 million dirhams.
Wow. For emotional
and
physical.
physical, both.
Okay.
Both. Yeah, 10 million.
And do you know what the split was, or did they just lump it all together?
No. They will not split it. Yeah, and they will not tell you that for emotional you will take 3 million and 7 million.
Okay.
But usually the court mention its reason for the order or for the decision they took, but they cannot divide it.
Okay. Oh, shame. That would be interesting. If the seller dies after MOU signature but before transfer, who owns the property, and can you still close the deal?
Yes, sure.
You can.
If the seller dies after signing the MOU,
Yeah.
but before transfer the property, it becomes part of their estate, actually. The sale agreement remains valid and binding on the seller's hires. The buyer can still typically close the deal as well. However, the process may be delayed because of the circumstances that happens, as it's require as well some other legal procedures to be taken, to be managed, and for the hires to complete the transfer, usually through a court order for property transfer to the buyer. So
it would be specific performance, basically.
yes, specific performance and specific procedures, and as well you have to know who is the hires as well. Who?
Yes, yeah.
It takes much more procedures, but You
possible.
can, but 100% it's possible if you're signing the MOU. Yeah, the MOU is obligation,
Yeah.
But most of people think that if I sign the MOU but I didn't make the transformation, so I am nice. It's still it's okay, nothing on me. But if you sign, it's a contract.
You're obliged to sell.
Yeah, it's obligation for all parts, especially if some amounts paid or something like this, or legal action has been taken or something like this. So you have to think twice before signing the MOU.
Very sensible. Good advice. Okay, thank you so much. That ends our second episode. Thank you so much, Ms. Safinaz, for
Welcome,
coming
Mr.
in.
Penn.
That was our second in this legal episode of 3. Stay tuned for the third episode, which will be coming up soon. And Ms. Safinaz will be back with us. Thank you very much again.
Welcome, Mr. Penn. I'm very happy to be with you today. Thank you.